In this video, I'm going to be philosophizing on color. Though, before beginning, I want you to engage your imagination for a second and think of a puddle. And in this puddle, when you look upon it, on the surrounds, there is what are these dynamical transformations in various different colors. And where do those colors come from? Is the water a paint? Or is it coming from light, which is a different element of nature, and which is not the puddle itself? And when we're looking at that puddle, why does it appear that the color's there and not in the light? Is it because there's a mixing going on with the water and light? Or maybe the water and light don't mix and it's just an illusion. But if it's just an illusion, how can we sensory process and perceive what we're perceiving to be a color? I want you to think about that, because when we try to meaning interpretation certain properties of existence with regards to certain things, sometimes it's not directly associated with what we think it is. And the direct and indirect meaning interpretations are, as a must, good enough and necessarily necessary conditions to be able to constitute more accurate, well-calibrated meaning interpretations in regards to what we're directly perceiving in the self and surrounds, not just internal to us, but which is also external to the surrounding environment. And that puddle has likely certain properties that contain both the pigments and also the capacity to reflect light of color. And so there's probably a little bit of truth to be found in both those propositions in regards to whether or not the light is reflecting color and whether or not there are actually pigmentations within that water's composition that allow it to give access to different types of color that you're seeing in a sort of magic portal. It's very dynamical and seemingly has all the colors in it. Because maybe there's something in that puddle that is generating those colors. Or maybe there's something in that puddle that interacts with light that creates the illusion of that. Much that in metal, if you shine a bright light to certain types of metal, there's a different luster. And luster is a refraction of light that can give it a shine and bounce the full blast of light beams at different degrees, and often doesn't necessarily change, say, the color as much as it does curve the direction of the photons almost in its entirety. There's very little that actually gets absorbed in luster processes than what you might get from a refraction in glass or a mirror. It's very different in its properties in regards to the luster of metal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have an awesome one and continue to live on some meaningfulnesses.